Hey guys, what's up? It's Shao Style. Another random video for you guys. So every now and then, I do get comments or compliments or just questions in general, be like about the way I edit or how did I learn what I learned, what did I need to do, if any advice for them so they can get to a certain skill level that they find interesting. However, the funny thing is my response is usually the same. I always tell them, well, there's really no way around it. You just kind of have to put in the work, right? It doesn't just happen. It's practice. It's just like with anything, it's daily practice. Because something I want to talk about now is people's response to that. They never have time to work on anything, right? Because they have a job, they have family, they got other personal obligations, and I totally understand and respect that. Everybody's situation is different. So pretty much what I want to share with you is pretty much what I went through in order to make more time for myself, because I was in the same situation. I didn't have much time for myself to work on my projects or to work on my interests and all that stuff, right? I grew up working daily. I mean, my parents, primarily my dad. My dad's one of the hardest working people that I know, and he got a job at a factory. When I was at a young age, and during elementary school, what he would do is on the weekends, he would take me to go work with him at the shop, right? Yeah, my mom was home and she was able to take care of me on the weekends, but my dad, he just wanted me to learn to work. So he took me to the shop and he'll pay me a quarter an hour type of thing. I was a little kid, so all he did was ask me to clean or just pick up stuff, or I don't know, just whatever. Again, I was in elementary school and I just was at the shop. The business owner didn't like that fact because I was a little kid walking around in the shop. But my dad, he said that he'll take responsibility if anything was to happen to me, right? So starting junior high, he started his own business, right? And so he started to work out of the garage. Started helping him out, working out of the garage, and then pretty much during high school, he got a shop. Again, I started helping him out on the weekends and on my vacation time from school, to help him with his business. Then when I graduated out of high school, I basically went to work with him full time. And again, since I was already working with him on the weekends, the main thing that changes is that I basically started to work with him during the week. So I became one of those workaholic people that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if there was another day of the week, we'd be working there. That was my birthday, we would work. It was a holiday, we work, fucking national holiday, whatever. Somebody died, it doesn't matter, we still work. That's kind of the lifestyle that we, had. We just worked a lot. So yeah, unfortunately, working my dad, things didn't work out that well. Pretty much the business made money, but it only made enough money for the house that we basically bought together, and pretty much every single dollar that we earned, it just went straight to the house, right? However, for ourselves, we didn't we didn't really pay ourselves because the money wasn't really there. Yeah, it was tough, working daily, literally daily, waking up at 4 a.m, going to the shop. Me and my dad, we had an argument, and then I decided to get another job just to get more income. And then I worked at Walgreens, and then there was a night shift, right? At first, I was working 3 days out of the week. I'll start at 11 at night and I'll get off at 7 in, which sucked out. So Friday to Saturday morning, Saturday to Sunday morning, then Sunday to Monday morning. Yeah, that was my schedule. Again, me, a bad relationship. My dad, we kind of talked things out a bit, and then I started to work with him. So fuck it. It was I had days where I worked the graveyard shift, and getting out of the graveyard shift, I would go straight to work with my dad. And then this is when I was working with Paul already, and he'll send me a video. So not only would I have I had to go to work at night, the graveyard shift, get out at 7 o'clock, then I go help my dad out, to do some construction work. I'll get home maybe around 2 or 3. Then I have a video to edit for Paul. Then I'll work on that. I barely any fucking sleep. But then had a relationship with my girlfriend. So, I had to make some time for her, which I didn't really because, obviously I couldn't. So I don't know. The thing is, I fucking burned myself out. I mean, I got to a point where I just had zero time for anything for myself. And I don't know. I guess it hit me bad. Not to get too personal, but I finally got to a point where I realized, you know what? My time is very, very fucking valuable, and I need to really set priorities on who I need to give my time out towards, right? Probably the first thing and the most important thing I did for myself to free up my time was, honestly, I stopped drinking, for me to have such a crazy work schedule and whatnot. Also, I had a bad habit of, since I was young, to drink. I used to drink in any free time I had because, I had the mentality, I deserve this, I wanted to relax and all this and all the bullshit. So any free time I did have, I'll just end up drinking or hanging out with people that drank. And yeah, so that's definitely something that I needed to get rid of to free up my time, is simply stop drinking. Another thing was I had a student loan that was lingering around. At around 2002, I graduated. I got stuck with a $24,000 student loan, which it ain't much compared to nowadays, sadly. I decided to like make a very strong effort to like pay off my student loan, right? So since 2002 up to 2016, I believe, yeah, I was able to finally pay off my student loan, right? Pretty much what I did was like the moment I got my paycheck from like working at Walgreens, the whole money went directly straight towards my student loan. I was able to like get out of it. You know, I was already working for Paul and doing some work for my dad, so like with that money, I was able to pay my rent and whatnot. But here I am dealing with fucking junkins and shit at night at Walgreens, you know, to pay off my student loan. So the moment that I paid off my debt, literally just for like another 4 months, I worked at Walgreens and I decided, hey, you know what, I can't do this shit no more. I quit. You know, put in my 2 weeks notice. So yeah, so that's another thing. I guess that's the next thing, aside from stopping to drink to free up my time, is what I did is I paid off my debts. You know, fuck loans. You know, if you got any loans, get rid of them because, you know, all they do is force you to work more to pay those damn things off. So yeah, get rid of any loans that you got. Another thing I did to free up my time was basically I had to tell people to go fuck themselves. You know, I was getting like a lot of people asking me to help them out with their videos, either to help them do a VFX or help them edit or whatnot. And like, you know, the thing is that I got to a point where like I just couldn't help them anymore because they kept asking for help, but they didn't offer any money. So, you know, I said, no, I cannot do this anymore. And sure enough, guess what happened? Like all those people that were hitting me up, they fucking stopped calling me, and, you know? So I was like, good, well, fuck them. Now, since I'm not working or helping people out, they don't value my time. All I'm doing now is basically I'm helping out people, say like someone like Paul that actually, you know, does value my time and like, you know, he does pay me for my time. So there you go. Another thing you can do to like, you know, open up your time is tell people to go fuck themselves if they're just, you know, asking for your help, but they're not offering anything in return. And probably like the main thing that I did was to like help me free up time is basically I got rid of toxic people. Now, by toxic people, I mean like when I was drinking a lot, like obviously that was the majority of my friends, just people that just sat around and drank and shit. And yeah, I just finally got to the point where I was like, you know what, I can't do this. If I get invited to go to a party that's at a bar, I just don't want to go anymore because it's just such a waste of time. If I get invited to a house party with people that just want to sit around, drink and smoke pot and shit, I won't go because it's such a waste of time for me right now. I just do not like doing that shit anymore. Honestly, I'd rather just like hang out, maybe have a nice dinner and then like talk about your day or something and, you know, keep it simple, or maybe have a nice barbecue at a park or something. That's cool. To hang out with people that just like to sit around and party again, I cannot stand this shit anymore. I'm just so over it. And sure enough, that freed up my time again because I'm not hanging out with people that, you know, the only reason they call you is just to sit around and get fucked up, you know, because that's not me anymore. So, I don't know. I guess to summarize, we all have the same 24 hours a day. We all have the same days a week, same weeks a month, same months a year, or, you know, whatnot. But what I needed to do to change was simply change my priorities, you know. I don't like to party anymore because I hate waking up sick and, you know, all fucking lazy and whatnot because, you know, from the drinking. I don't like hanging out with people that like to party because there's really nothing to talk about besides sitting around and getting fucked up, and just I don't like this shit anymore. Eventually I had to tell my dad, you know, I can't work with him as much anymore because that was too much, you know, working the weekends, working holidays, you know, it was putting a strain on my relationship with my girlfriend. So I just had to say no. And like, you know, recently with editing, I had someone that he was giving me work, but it was like late at night, and then they wanted like the video done to the next day, so I had to like stay up late to work, and I had to like say no because it was getting too much for me. I just couldn't take it, you know, and just I value my time so much that if it interferes me in one way or another, if it gives me stress, or if I feel like you don't like value my time, you don't want to offer anything in return. I mean, you want my help, but you don't want to like offer me any form of compensation, then I'm just gonna say no to you. I'm not a dick about it, but like, man, going back to like those years where I was just like working daily and nightly and fucking, I don't know, going to school and whatever, it was just way too much. It was way too stressful. You know, I developed back pains. I got sick a lot. I was in a very bad mood. I was miserable. You know, I was drinking a lot because, you know, I was just stressed out. Fuck with that. Now I'm pretty fucking mellow. Trust me, you know, I'm very happy. Just to cut off all the other shit I don't need, I'm actually able to focus on my stuff, you know. Yes, I know maybe I'm not making as much money, but when I do work, I do make enough to like, get by each month, right? And that's a lifestyle that I work to create for myself that I'm very proud of, right? And yeah, so whether it's, you know, people that don't value your time, you know, you can either get rid of, or maybe have bad habits, you know, such as drinking, that you can get rid of and whatnot. So there are ways for you to like free up your time. Everybody has the same amount of time, just everybody doesn't have the same amount of priorities. And I guess you need to figure out what are your priorities so you can invest your time in that. All right, this video is long enough, so that's all I got for you. Hope it helps. Take care. Peace.